This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. In the last episode, we finally went down to Goblin Town as we headed to the Lotus Assassin Fortress, and it looks like things are not all lollipops and gumdrops down here, as the Lotus Assassins are being slowly swapped out for golems, less members, anger all around. Don't want new recruits taking control of the thing, which I plan to be doing. Competing like masters and all that other stuff, but we'll take advantage of this best way we can. Otherwise, we'll never get the information about Death's Hand, and Silk Fox won't get us into the palace. So, things we got to do, layers upon layers. So let's continue on as we talk to this scarred man, and I will endeavor as best as I can serve. You will find me a competent assassin, I assure you.
You are no assassin yet, fool, despite what you may have achieved outside. Here we strip you down to nothing and rebuild you as we like. If you survive, then you will be an assassin. For now, you are a Lotus Acolyte, and your life expectancy is not long. Follow me down to the central chambers when you are ready to begin your indoctrination. Do not keep me waiting. A battalion of golems stand idle.
Telling him golems, eh? But now that I've heard it, that's not Vauldemare. But for a second, I was just kind of feeling like it was, maybe for like the briefest of seconds. But anyway, I'm just. By the way, if you just see me running around like a chicken with my head cut off, I'm just clearing the map, even though I don't need to, because there's no like achievements or anything for doing it. It's just I suffer from minor OCD, so I can't help it sometimes. Nope. Okay. Anyway, let's heal up before we go inside. So, all right. Apparently we're an acolyte, but I think we can handle whatever they can throw at us. Does it matter which door I go through? Or can I go through that door? Nope. Well, never mind then. Let us go where we're supposed to go. Upper chamber door. Alright, what are they going to require us to do? Well, we have to deal with dogs, or bees, or dogs. When they bark, they shoot bees at us. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, I have like last episode, I have a really just strong vibe of the Sith Academy going on here. I don't know why, I just have it.
Damn the heavens for the fools I lead. I am destined to suffer for their incompetence, and I have one man to blame for it. Shin. The old scorpion had one of his followers shatter a spirit shard during training. There are ghosts everywhere. I've lost 8 slaves and 3 acolytes to them. You, new blood, get over there and occupy those ghosts until I can get real Lotus Assassins to clean them up. Golem production cannot be delayed by this.
That does not sound like an order you were meant to survive.
Go on. It's your first sacrifice for your new life. I'm sure it will be glorious.
Glorious, huh? And Shin! Well, according to him, Shin was a bad thing. But yeah, I don't think we're supposed to survive that, Dawn. We're gonna have to just pull up our britches. Whoa, I was doing like a weird move
You're
on there
beneath
for a
me.
second.
Go, or risk being used as golem fodder.
Are you beneath me? Am I the dirt beneath your shoe? Am I the dirt beneath that? You know. Ooh, hello. We got a lot of books stand. Do I still have that equipped, or no? I don't think I do. Let me swap that out. We'll just. Yeah, I just need it for. Wait, did I? Sometimes it doesn't get there in time. Okay, cool. Let's read the stuff before we talk to you. All right, let's start from the beginning. The Grand Inquisitor's will. In your obedience to Death's Hand, do not neglect to heed the complex demands of our Mistress Gia, second in glory only to the hand of Death himself. Our mistress demands that all of his servants think clearly and completely in all that they do. She expects that all Lotus Assassins exercise their minds as thoroughly as they suppress the impulses of their hearts. As Grand Inquisitor, Mistress Gia knows all things that happen within the fortress and without. Not even the deepest secrets of the most remote places in the Empire escaped her knowledge. Mistress Gia demands that we be cunning, ruthless, and complete in our loyalty to our master and ours, Death's Hand. To disrespect her is disrespect the Empire, the Emperor, and to Death's Hand himself. I see. They're really all into the master, you know, this is my rifle, this is my gun. No, just all in, baby. Oh, we just... Aha! The configuration of the rabbit. We've got it now, but we can't go back, so there must be another part in the game where we can talk to Kang and his flyer. I think I know where it is now that I remember, but yeah. The Way of the Lotus. Many acolytes misinterpret the tenets of the Lotus Assassin Order. As simply stated, there are no tenets save one, obedience. Some believe we preach strength overall, but one must be strong to even be considered for recruitment. We are assassins, not monks. Our order does not teach as much as act. Leave the teachings to the scholars in their wasteful garden. Our mandate is to serve the will of the Emperor through Death's Hand and Grand Emperor Inquisitor Gia. Because they demand strength, we give them strength. Because they demand cunning, we give them cunning. And most of all, they demand obedience, and we give them obedience. To do otherwise would be to spit in the eyes of those who hold our spirits in their hands. Acolytes may create philosophical justification for the lives that they have chosen, but in the end, our master's wills are the only truth and the only law we serve. Man, talk about getting rid of your personality. I'm the MC in Blank Slate, and I've got more personality than a lot of these assassins. The undeniable fire. Of all threats the young Jade Empire faced, the greatest was the barbarian warlord Zheng Sai. Titled The Tree That Defies the Fire, Zheng Sai managed to organize the barbaric horse lords into an efficient, deadly machine of warfare, conquering much of the lands to the west and north of the empire before coming to bear on the borders of the Jade Empire itself. Zheng Sai, who savagely denied even the greatest wall built to keep his people out, led his hunger, maddened people to attack our fledgling empire in a rapid attempt to destroy all that would become our advanced and prosperous civilization. So vicious and deadly was Zheng Sai's attack that it aroused the insular spirit monks from their temple in the land of howling spirits to come to the empire's aid. Left unconquered by the devouring horselord army, the monks of Dirge stood alongside the empire, and in a great battle recounted by sages, playwrights, and scholars around the known world, laid waste to Zheng Sai and his ravenous army of wild bluemen. With the help of the monks from Dirge, the empire finally burned down the tree that defies the fire, and our glorious land was never since faced so deadly a foe. Except now they're all dead, except for me. And that kind of reminds me of the Genghis Khan. I guess it's based roughly on that, maybe. Oh yeah, I guess I can re-equip the gem power. I haven't gone through my gems in a while. I need to see if there's any I need to like swap out. I don't think so. I haven't really been buying any. I've been kind of just sticking with what I've got. Hello, Keeper.
Greetings, young Lotus Acolyte. I am the Keeper of the Archive. What can this humble servant of the Order do for you?
Oh, humble, huh? You serve me, then? No. How long have you kept the... Let's see. Oh, I guess we got... The assassins need a historian? That cannot be your only duty.
I fight. I bear the stains of bloodshed with pride, as all assassins are trained to do. But records must be kept, if only to know who to make examples of. You will not find an assassin who is shy about killing, Acolyte. None of us are here to learn to be vicious.
How can you learn to be vicious? I'm curious. How long have you kept your archive?
Our order has existed for 20 years. I have chronicled our new role and rise to glory. Much is mundane, minor shifts in power, the results of various campaigns. True secrets are held only in the minds of Grand Inquisitor Gia and Death's Hand.
I guess even crazy assassins have to keep their notes on what is what, huh? I want to ask about what's in the archive.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or old entries, you must give specifics.
Tell me about the last assassin leadership.
All you are allowed to know of your masters is that Death's Hand is the will of the Emperor, and Grand Inquisitor Gia rules this place for him. Obey their wishes when they are made apparent to you, or you will be destroyed. That is all an acolyte needs to understand. You may, however, ask about your Master Gong. He is not important enough to warrant secrecy.
You're not important enough. We can just tell how you like to stand up, or like you can't go to the bathroom without a celebratory diaper or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff up. Tell me, Master Gang.
A thoroughly average assassin relegated to indoctrinating acolytes due to his failure to demonstrate leadership qualities. He is not well liked. His mediocrity is magnified by the successes of Master Shin, an assassin who arrived at the same time and has catapulted through the ranks. Coincidentally, Master Shin is the one who personally documented many of Gong's failures. There is, of course, nothing strange about this.
So Gang, or Gong, or however you pronounce it, has a kind of an inferiority complex going on here. No wonder he's so pissed off. I wonder if he can take advantage of that.
I will answer.
Oh, anyway. Tell me about the time the Order was formed.
You are permitted to know that Death's Hand returned from Dirge as the Emperor's trusted confidant after all others around him proved to be traitors. After defeating the Drought, the Emperor was no longer a slave to the natural order of things. He needed utterly loyal disciples to replace and kill doubters. The Order of the Lotus was quickly transformed from its weak role under Prince Qin. Death's Hand was the new way, and those who disagreed were destroyed.
Prince Qin was weak, huh? Huh, interesting. No one questioned such a brutal change?
All who did were killed, except one who first hid his doubt. On a mission to cleanse a traitor's family, he rejected Death's Hand and turned on his fellows. The bodies were unrecognizable. More have died to him over the years, but few remain who know his face. He was our most skilled, most vicious, and most hated.
Really? Interesting. So I wonder where this guy is now. So this rogue assassin escaped punishment?
He escaped death, but there is no greater penalty for a Lotus assassin than to be removed from the sight of Death's Hand and our Emperor. No doubt many of his years have been worse than death. Once you are truly indoctrinated, you will know the hunger to serve that such loyalty brings.
I don't know. The excuse almost sounds like you're just trying to make yourselves feel better that he got away. He's like, well, his life's gonna suck because he's not with the Emperor. He's not with us. You know, sounds like a weak way of dealing with that. But whatever. What was this rogue assassin called?
His name is not spoken to the acolytes. You must understand that to oppose Death's Hand is to lose all connection to your masters. Even if you live, you do not exist. There are few fates worse than being reduced to nothing. Lotus assassins can belong nowhere else. Service to Death's Hand is your life.
So we can't learn his name because basically they wanted to purge it so people wouldn't know of his awesomeness, huh? Well, I bet he's probably just somewhere, off in a swamp somewhere, just hanging around. Yeah, probably. What was so different in the way you were chained?
Master Gong has been lax in indoctrinating you. No doubt he wants to make use of your fiery disposition before stripping you of it. You will come to understand. Soon you will have nothing else but your life here. Your role as a Lotus assassin leaves no room for anything other than loyalty to Death's Hand and the Emperor.
God, this sounds like Durgar from Dungeons and Dragons. Work, work, all day, work, work. Lawful evil to the extreme, dude.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know.
I think I asked that before. Tell me about recent campaigns.
Slaves continue to be brought to the fortress from the wall, and unimportant villages that have no voice to object. Our golem force continues to grow. Operations in Tien's Landing have temporarily halted, but we received glorious news that a hated enemy of the Emperor has been delivered to the palace. The accomplices who hid him were butchered, their pitiful village razed. We look forward to a day when all who oppose our masters are dealt with.
Interesting. I have a feeling who that is, but who was this enemy?
It is unimportant. All that matters is that he was caught. We don't need to know any more than that. It is a glorious validation of all that we do to serve our masters.
I see. Anything else?
I
don't think so. Alright, bye.
Goodbye, Acolyte. Serve our masters well.
Well, they gave us some interesting information. Nothing in the grand scheme of things, but, you know. Ooh, what's in here? Oh, just a random acolyte.
I am devoted to Death's Hand alone.
Oh, you are now, aren't you? How good of you. Oh, I already talked to him, right? Let's see, anything else in here? Ooh, a cabinet. Probably trapped or something like that. Or nothing inside. Cool. That was pointless. Making this absolutely worthless. Keep bothering me and you won't survive being acolyte. Your spirit could power golem as well as any slave. I see. Bye. But they act kind of like me, so I guess I can't be too mad. They're kind of closed-fist as well, so...
I gave you an order, Acolyte. Go spill your new blood on those ghosts while I get some real assassins.
Smell my blood, huh? I feel like I'm going to be disappointing you today, good sir. Return to your duties, Acolyte. If you're not working to increase your Emperor's glorious golem, you're a waste of our resources. Fine. The golem presser in the straight door can be opened at this time. Cool. I have to figure a way to open that up later. And all these... Are they attending the door, or...? Maybe. Or, you know, like, anyway.
I suppose having your nose in Master Kong's backside is one way to get ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a brown noser, but if you want to meet your nose to my fist, we can do that.
There is nothing in this life except my service to Death's Hand.
You guys are a lovely bunch of coconuts, doodly-doo. Okay. Inside we go, dealing with the spirits are in here, right? Yep. A ghost! Need a... Ah, there we go. Oh, right, we can't shoot them. I forgot, can I magic them? Okay, I can. Let's just get... Ah! I forgot that some of them use magic. I mean, I could have blocked the ice or whatever, but nice. Okay. Well, that was health, but oh no, he froze me. The heavy attack of ice can freeze you. Oh no, I've used that before. Dang, how long is the freeze ability on this thing? Yeah, I'll admit it's been a while since I've used it, so.
Your end is near.
Oh right, I forgot I can oh, come on. Wait, but he that's weird. There we go. I didn't think ghosts could drop like those types of sphere harmonic combo, and it looks like they didn't really do that. They can drop spheres, but an inactive clay golem. I assume they're all inactive. Yeah, none of them look unique enough to. Yeah, we're able to do it all on our own. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what's in here. Yeah. 37 silver. Enough to get some sandwich or something like that, maybe, or coffee. At a cheap place, not Starbucks. Oh my god. Actually, I've never been to Starbucks. I've just heard the horror stories of how costly it is. Okay, we can't soul extract a room, huh? Alright, I did your job, wussies. I cleaned out the ghosts! Before we talk to gang, let's talk to these attendants, see what their deal is.
So Gong has an acolyte who can fight.
Ghosts are mindless. I see no real skill in defeating them.
Yes, certainly. Against a real opponent, there would be no doubt of the outcome.
Slink back to Master Gong. We answer to Master Shin. And if you are lucky, this is the last time you will see us.
Oh, I should have talked to them before, because they probably would have talked about the ghosts or whatever. Oh well, you know, sometimes you don't do things in the right order or whatever, but oh well. They would just mocked me or whatever.
You live? And the ghosts are gone? Well, I did not expect this. It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting. Recruits are rarely of use before we strip them of their outside identities, but you beg a more interesting application. Could you be the one I have waited for?
Have you been dreaming about me in your sleep? Because that's a bit creepy, dude. We don't know each other. I need to be wined and dined before I get, you know. Well, I welcome the comment. I hope I serve you well. I am no mere student. I earned my place here.
Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening. I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks. One is your duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the assassins. Lotus acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better.
Hey, I've got a question. Sagacious Zoo, could you come over here? I want you to talk to you about something. Shh, shut up, you moron. What? I can't hear you. No. Sorry. I will serve as needed, Mr. Gang. You speak as if I have a choice. You can order what you want. So, a favorite student are spared some pain? I agree.
You must operate the soul extractor, past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious golem army. Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed. We no longer mine the necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards. Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade Golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will oversee this in the extraction chamber.
Jade Golems, huh? They sound kind of cool looking. It'd be cool to be able to use one of those, but yeah, we can only dream. What do you think about that, Don? Nothing to say in this conversation. Cool. What's the second Aspyr gang? A simple matter. What else?
You clearly deserve better than the short life of a regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you. Kill Master Shin, my superior.
Sure, I've killed for far less, and he's an illicit assassin, so wish me to take the blame for such an act. It cannot be as simple as that, or he'd be dead now. Why trust me with this? I've only just arrived. It cannot be as simple as that, or he would be dead by now.
You are perceptive. It is a tricky matter, and therefore a good test for an otherwise expendable acolyte. Your kind die often in the machinations between masters.
You're just fodder to him. Make sure we stay useful, or he'll find another favorite.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin Order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence.
Yeah, it's not really that complicated. I've read Game of Thrones, so there's been more complicated stuff before. Although it's hard to do complicated until you get into convoluted. That's definitely a tricky slope. That's why I can never write political intrigue and stuff like that. I wouldn't even be able to keep it straight without like a lot of major help. But how do I go about doing that? I'm not certain I want to do your dirty work. Well, I don't care about not doing his dirty work, although it is dirty work, but how do we go about doing that?
That is your task to figure out, Acolyte. This is a dangerous place. Find a way for him to have an accident that disgraces him. I, of course, must not be implicated. Talk to my acolytes at their stations in the Golem Press Room and the Soul Extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on. Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end.
An accident, you say? A Lotus Assassin, like probably master kung fu fighter or whatever, cracks his head on a stone or something like that. I'm trying to remember. There was like a couple stories, like in real life as well as fiction, where they actually did stuff like that. It surprised the crap out of people. It's just like, what? You know, you're like, I can't believe you ended that character's story like that. But hey, it would work. You know. I have some questions, Mr. Gong.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
Can I kill you to get further? No. Well, actually, that might be an option. I want to ask about golems and shards. Tell me, Mr. Shin. Okay, I want to ask about golems and shards.
I will hear you.
No, I'm surprised you were so pissed off before, but now you have the prospect of someone taking out one of your political rivals. You're willing to humor me a bit. What are spirit shards? Are they similar to essence gems?
Shards infuse the golems with life. Souls are extracted from the vessel that holds them, whether a corpse or a slave, and sealed within a crystal shard. The more recent and brutal the death, the more effective the golem. Our soul extraction process is deliberately painful. Essence gems are trinkets that can focus minimal amounts of chi. There are very few people who can make use of them effectively.
I see. Only certain individuals with the knowledge or know-how. I wonder who those people are. What's so important about the Jade Golem?
Golems are utterly obedient, but that does not mean that they are always easy to control. In great numbers, there can be discord. Jade Golems are infused with spirit shards made of multiple souls. They are highly ordered servants, and they serve as pacifiers for the other golems. One or two golems can be controlled by will alone, but an army requires these Jade intermediaries to maintain order. Such numbers are dangerous without a lieutenant.
So Jade Golems can be controlled by a legion of souls, huh? We are many. How many golems have you produced?
I do not know. Hundreds? More? Many are here, waiting for a Jade Golem to command them. In the end, we will replace the weaklings of the Imperial Army entirely. Imagine it, Acolyte. An army of loyal, nearly indestructible golems, dedicated to enforcing the will of the Emperor under Death's hand. A beautiful sight.
Well, sounds good, except you need to change Death's Hand to Monk Zhang, or the character name I gave him, Vauldemare. That sounds good, actually. I like it. Let's go back to the questions.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
I like how Sagacious Zeus just sitting there while we're asking all these questions. He's like sitting there looking at his watch going, is he done yet? We got thing to do, you know. Tell me about Master Shin.
You already know enough about him. He is insufferable, concerned only about his own advancement. He sabotages my efforts at every turn. When he is gone, I will ascend in rank, and I will reward acolytes that are loyal to me. Perhaps I will even introduce you to Grand Inquisitor Gia in the heart of the fortress.
I knew there was a reason we were going to do this. We need to get to the Grand Inquisitor, probably give us a bit more info on Death's Hand or get to the next step. I spoke with the Keeper of the Archives about you.
Stop right there, Acolyte. I am well aware of what that Lotus Expositioner records. Rumors and lies routinely turned over to Grand Inquisitor Gia. If you wish to remain more than a footnote in her pages, you will not speak to me again about her. The old fool will see my potential, and you will help me.
That threat won't work, dude. I've got a gun. Anyway, goodbye for now.
Remember your tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. You can also seek training from Acolyte Trainer Guang. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
Okay. So I guess there is another shop, I guess, buying training from the Sith Inquisitor, or one of the Sith trainers there, but it looks like our man, Sagacious Zoo, wishes to talk. Should we talk to him? Oh, well, we will hear in a second, but that's that one merchant dude. And he'll just tell us about, we can just ask more questions from him, so. Okay. Well, might as well talk to, and it auto-saved. Man, this place is auto-saving more than any other place in the game. Oh, that's not Sagacious Zoo. I thought it was. Huh. Well, that threw me off. Well, then. My bad. I think it's just because he wore a similar outfit and it was so far away, so. Oh, well. It would have been done for him to be out in the open like that. I thought it was just more like just to show us he was there, but.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time. Let's keep it non-lethal for now. You'll find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable.
I think you're gonna have a pretty bad time with me, if you know what I. Have you ever heard of a thing called a gun? Very well, let's spar.
Good. Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later.
Do 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 do. You were saying?
Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
Yes, you were. I knew this acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, New Blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes. You, assistant, if you can even do that.
It would seem that you have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share.
Well, I mean, we don't have to be against each other. I didn't really want the job, but whatever. You weren't much of a trainer. I'll be far better.
In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that. My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a trainer was too good, Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin.
Assassins having to be unimportant. Well, I guess you kind of have to if you want to take over whatever you're doing, but this seems to be overly complicated for what it needs to be. Well, not really, but I have access to Shin's personal entourage. Would there be an outcry of one of Shin's entourage died while in training? Who am I supposed to train? Okay, we got a few questions there, so we'll start asking her those and learning a bit more about the hierarchy and figuring out a way to make the Jade Empire, figure out to make that stone, kill Shin, and get to Emperor Jia. Looks like we got our plate full, but we'll find out what we do to do that next time in the next episode of Jade Empire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.